Wow, I've never been in a room where someone has a weirder laugh than me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Seth Rogen was awesome.
We started Hilarity for Charity. Hilarity for Charity is a fund we have as a part of the Alzheimer's Association to raise money to help families struggling with Alzheimer's and support cutting-edge research.
Mr. Sandberg, thanks for coming to your performance review.
No problem.
So you're in charge around here, is that fair to say?
Absolutely. I'm the boss.
Thank you for your words.
Look at you! He's alive! Seth Rogen is alive!
For this list, we're looking at some of our favorite Seth Rogen moments, be they funny, heartfelt, or just downright crazy. We won't, however, be including any of his film roles because, let's be honest, those need their own list. What's your favorite Seth Rogen moment? Tell us in the comments below. Number 10. Hosted SNL for the first time at 25. In 2007, this talented young comedian did something that many stars only dream of. He got to join Saturday Night Live as the evening's host.
Hi, I'm Seth Rogen. I'm hosting Saturday Night Live this week with musical guest Spoon.
And he did it at the tender age of just 25 years old. After starting strong with his opening monologue, written when he was just 13 years old, Rogen appeared in a number of solid sketches. These included Rolf and the Swedish Chef and History Channel Presents America's First Colonists, John Stone.
Ever since you planted that cursed crop, every day has been wasted. We need to prepare for the winter. We need to plan for the future.
We are planning for the future. We have a 3-day music festival this weekend, guys.
Rogen even got to contribute to Will Forte's recurring MacGruber series. This was just the first of 3 hosting appearances to date, plus a cameo in 2011. And on all occasions, Rogen has done his part and delivered.
I'm trying to make it better.
How, Pat?
We switched brands 3 weeks ago.
Number 9. Seth Rogen. CIA agent? So, back in 2017, a few years after Seth Rogen starred in The Interview, rumors began circulating online suggesting he was part of an elaborate conspiracy.
Security concerns dictate that the matter be discussed in person.
Okay, great. Where do you do that?
Honestly, if you're looking for a covert agent that no one would suspect, you could do a lot worse. Rogen has many talents, but a major player in a coup does not seem to fit the description. The plot apparently involved Sony, Obama, the CIA, and Seth Rogen, and was designed to instigate a regime change in North Korea. The moment that this larger-than-life claim began making the rounds, Rogen immediately got on board, making fun of the whole situation. He then promptly, quote, quit the CIA. Seems legit. Number 8. Pandemic Pottery. When COVID-19 brought the world to a screeching halt, many of us had to get creative to stay busy. Some people got into bread making.
For some reason, baking bread has become a big thing. Flour has been flying off the shelves and is being kneaded into dough by novice bakers across the country.
Others bought every puzzle they could find or frantically tried to get their hands on a Nintendo Switch. Seeing how celebrities coped, however, was one of the silver linings of the pandemic. It was just so charming to see a typically busy creator such as Seth Rogen really sink his teeth into something totally out of his wheelhouse like pottery. And wouldn't you know it? It turns out he's actually quite good with his hands. Rogen described his new hobby as meditative, and that he appreciated working on something tangible. As for social media, people could not get enough of it. Number 7. His first book. It turns out that pottery wasn't the only thing keeping Seth Rogen busy during the pandemic, however. In spring of 2021, the actor and comedian released his very first book and audiobook, an autobiography entitled Yearbook.
There are just a few of the ways you could know Seth Rogen, and now he's giving you a different way to get to know him, which is through Yearbook, a collection of kind of essays about his life.
While it might seem like every successful actor, comedian, or filmmaker gets a book deal these days, Yearbook genuinely seems to be a cut above the rest.
One of the most encouraging messages I've been getting a lot of on social media in the last few days as the book has come out is a lot of people saying, like, this is the first book I've read in 10 years. And like, that is honestly like kind of the audience I was going for.
It was met with overwhelmingly positive reviews. Now, is this a particularly funny autobiography? Yes it is. In fact, one reviewer for the Toronto Sun wrote, quote, "I was kicked out of my own apartment for laughing too much." But the stories that Rogen shares also tend to be surprisingly insightful, and sometimes downright moving.
And again, I think in order for something to be entertaining, it has to tick more boxes than just, is this funny? I think it has to be relatable, it has to feel honest, and it has to at least feel like it, is trying to provide some insight.
Number 6. his annual photo with a fan. When you're as instantly recognizable of a celebrity as Seth Rogen, you get asked to take a lot of pictures with fans.
And they asked to take a picture with me. They're maybe like 16, 17. And
Fans,
very nice fans, clearly fans of mine.
It probably gets pretty tiring. Based on the sheer number of fan photos with Seth Rogen that are out there, though, it seems that he's generally a good sport about it, with a few exceptions.
And he said, "Can I have a picture with you?" And I look over, and his kids are standing right there, expectantly, clearly fans of mine. And I said, "No way, man!"
One fan, however, has actually managed to establish something of a tradition with Rogen, which sees them pose for an annual photo together at Hilarity for Charity. After the first year, the fan, Ted, has been bringing a photo of them from the previous years so that they've got this nesting pictures within a picture effect going on. From the look on his face, Rogen clearly enjoys the gag. Number 5, Beyoncé's Bodyguard. Just because you're a celebrity in your own right doesn't mean that you're immune to being treated like a fan. This is something that Seth Rogen hilariously learned the hard way when he saw Queen Bee with Gwyneth Paltrow at the Grammys and couldn't help but run over to say hi.
Last time I did try to approach her was at the Grammys around 11 years ago, and her security knocked me so hard.
Oh, really?
That I spilled my drink all over myself.
As he told E! News when recounting the story, quote, "Instinct took over." Well, unfortunately for him, Beyoncé's Bodyguard can say the same thing about the incident. And he blocked Rogen's path so effectively that the comedian spilled his drink on himself.
I spilled that drink all over myself.
Are you kidding?
Yes, that is literally the next thing that happened.
Worst of all, he was up next to present an award. Of course, this is Seth Rogen, so he managed to take an awkward interaction and make it into a great story.
So I was wary of going near her because I look like someone who you would want to keep away from Beyoncé in general.
Number 4, hijacking a stranger's Tinder. As part of the promotion for his raunchy adult animated comedy Sausage Party, Seth Rogen did a Tinder takeover. Unlike more conventional takeovers like Twitter or Instagram, Seth Rogen took over the individual Tinder profile of a woman named Sheena, who works at Vanity Fair.
I'm going to help Sheena find true love by taking over her Tinder account on her actual phone and hopefully making a love connection.
Rogen does not hold back, quickly firing from the hip as he attempts to find Sheena a match. Rogen is quick to judge, but hey, Sheena matched with that hot doctor, so he clearly knows a thing or two about connections.
Whoa, handsome doctor. Yeah. It's a match!
Yes.
He doesn't stop at swiping, though. No, he jumps right into messaging with the matches and throws them some curveballs. He even winds up on a call with Sheena's mom. It's just a wild ride from start to finish.
This is Seth. I'm filming a video with your daughter, who's single, and I'm trying to help her find some romance.
Number 3, lack of balls. The men that make up The Lonely Island don't need any help being funny, but throwing Seth Rogen into the mix certainly does not hurt. Andy Samberg is the star of the show in this hilarious music video.
Okay, so take us through a day in the life of the boss.
He uses his performance review to brag about the many colorful ways in which he works like a boss. Seth Rogen plays the straight man to Samberg's maniac of a boss, and he is pitch perfect in the role.
So that's an average day for you then?
No doubt.
He's got all the questions and facial expressions to keep this absurd story going. While Rogen is the featured cameo, we've also got to acknowledge the many familiar faces that appear, including Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader, Jason Sudeikis, and John Mulaney.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, I know. I got that. You said that 400 times.
I'm the boss.
Number 2, fried chicken with Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, and Martha Stewart. For many, just meeting any of these people would be an absolute treat. Some of us would gladly just settle for some homemade fried chicken if it were being offered. But in 2016, something truly magical happened.
Let's get our thing popping now. Let's do it.
All of these elements were brought together on the inaugural episode of Martha and Snoop's potluck dinner party to deliver just about the best content anyone could ever ask for. And Seth Rogen was the cherry on top.
Now watch game. What? We won this already, you know?
Playing off the energy of the hosts and his fellow guest, Wiz Khalifa, Seth Rogen delivers his trademark laughs and stoner humor, while also just seeming genuinely thrilled to be there. When Martha starts talking about having killed a chicken before, Rogen does not miss a beat.
I fed it some vodka, and then I cut off its head.
Oh, Martha, come on, man.
If Martha starts giving you vodka, look out.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Bound 3, an unforgettable parody of Kanye West's Bound 2 music video.
Leave a pretty girl sad reputation.
Death Rogen. Seth Rogen gets to experience reactions to his own fake death.
Sorry, Seth Rogen passed away. Any thoughts?
Seth Rogen doesn't ring a bell.
Tweeting Donald Trump Jr., using his popularity on social media to tweet a suggestion at the First Son. Denouncing white nationalism and a case of mistaken identity. The comedian retweeted a story involving a Seth Rogen lookalike. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Founding Hilarity for Charity. As Funny People co-star Bo Burnham asked in his 2021 Netflix special,
Should I be joking at a time like this?
Seth Rogen seems to believe that the answer is yes. Since 2012, the Vancouver native has been putting his talent and platform to a worthy cause with Hilarity for Charity. Founded by Seth and his wife, Lauren Miller Rogen, HFC uses comedy to raise money for Alzheimer's research and provide support to families affected by the disease. In his work with the organization, Rogen was even able to testify before Congress about the importance of research into Alzheimer's.
And it's because of this lack of hope and shameful stigma that my wife, some friends, and myself decided to actually try and do something to change the situation.
Doing his part to fund that research, Rogen and HFC have organized numerous charity events, including a 2018 Netflix special featuring top comedians.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Your eternal suffering begins now.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.